Hello there, welcome back. We're just after wrapping up our capture of Qart-Hadasht. I'm Kunagusis.
My name is Kunagusis, everyone.
I'm Kunagusis. That there's Icarix doing his newly found love of talking over me.
Exactly. I just wanted to play the part of Kunagusis this one time, because I just figured, why does he always have to chat all the time? Why don't we just switch roles, he become Icarix, and I just play the part of the guy who knows what he's talking about?
Because you don't know what you're talking over as I do.
Let me dream!
Sorry, but dreams have come to die here. Anyways, to get back onto matters, so we're just after capturing Qart-Hadasht, rather recapturing Qart-Hadasht because of my bloody carelessness. And so, just kind of trying to stabilize things a bit was before I move out to capture Alia.
Ooh, Alia.
Yes, Alalia rather. Is where I noticed that there are those Sardinian spear archers. I decided to go for them, which I still have to this day. Yeah, I think I was contemplating getting those Italian mercenary spearmen. I didn't, but I thought of it. Yes, I was having a gander what I could get. Options are pretty shit at the moment, so yeah. So things I think are going okay. As I say, everything will be okay. Or it won't, we'll have to see. So we're on to the next turn now, and I'm having a look at Gadir. I see you're going to get trade again.
Who are we trading with today?
Well, to the RDA Confederation, which are Illyrian.
Your money may win favor among whores, but we will not be used
bastard.
for your filthy pleasure. Your money may win favor among whores, but we will not be used for your filthy pleasure.
Well, they managed to agree to that.
Cheap bastards.
Gods of the afterlife.
And I try to get trade with the
spare my
Idrisians.
hearts. Well, why do you trouble my digestion?
They're kind of one of my favourite factions.
This is fair to my people.
Well, good, I'm glad to hear it.
But yeah, so now we have this threat that is the LUSUTANI. And oh boy, have they been a headache.
Why?
Because of what they did. And what
What
they
did they
will
do? What did they do? Tell me. Tell me, man.
So you weren't paying attention to the last part?
Yes, because I'm a dumbass. Now please explain it to me.
They caught us with the trousers down.
Wait, who caught us with our trousers down?
The
And why would they catch
LUSUTANI.
us- Why
Because
would they catch us with our trousers down? I don't understand, like.
they decided it'd be a lovely idea to take advantage of me being in a war with the Aravaki, and they rushed my territory. Right as I just captured it. So
Yeah, no, sorry, I called none of that. You're gonna have to explain it again.
this is what I have to deal with, everybody. This kind of... I'll be nice and just say slowness.
You call this a garrison?
Yeah, I have a problem, but I refuse to get help.
Yes. And we're all happy about that, aren't we?
Yay!
Anyways, to get to the point, earlier, the LUSUTANI, I was in a war with the good old Aravaki, as you have seen the past few bloody parts. And the LUSUTANI suddenly decided it'd be great crack to join in on the war against me
Needs good fighters.
and attacked territories. But at this moment, they just attacked Carthage. But you'll see what they'll be going for next. And it won't be pretty. And it won't be pretty in general what will happen for the next bit.
It gets really sloppy, viewers. Really, really sloppy.
Wouldn't say sloppy, but not great.
Sure, if you call, like, dozens and galleons upon blood on the ground, not sloppy, then yeah, sure, I'll give you that.
As we see, they rush in to attack Gadir. And I try to fight it. Because bloody hell, I have an army inside.
It ends very poorly. It's an embarrassment at how poorly it goes, honestly.
This is one of those big battles where things are choppy as hell. As you see, they start to attack by sea, so I have 2 ships that can try to take down some of their troops. Because they're attacking on transports, they're weak to naval ships. A good ram or 2 would sink them. But of course, they can shoot at us.
Are they throwing javelins again?
I think some of them are slingers.
What is it with javelins these days?
They're not javelins. Well, some of them are throwing javelins, but I think they're mostly slingers. But javelins were very popular in this part of the world at this particular time. So I was trying to kill their general, but didn't exactly work out.
It's an embarrassment to how poorly that went.
Well, you see, the new thing is naval combat's very fucking jank in this game.
Yeah, it's no black flag, let me tell you.
Yeah, let's just say that, see, when this game came out in 2013, it was a disaster. CA rushed the game. And it was broken on release. Now, by the time I got the game, it was pretty fixed up mostly, but there's still a lot of fundamental engine problems. And naval combat's one of them.
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. So, the enemy are converging upon us. I have my hoplites there. Try and defend, but can only do so much. But for now, we'll just have to enjoy the ride. So yeah, my ships are gone. And they all formed in a weird blob. I'm not really sure why. They just did for a bit.
Technology for you.
There's the armies flooding in. So yeah, not gonna go great.
Right now, Qart-Hadasht is always with their pants.
So yeah. Just gonna have to wait and see now.
They're probably reciting in their heads how they think they're going to stand victorious, but little do they know that they'll be part of the biggest, bloodiest massacre of their entire lives.
Now we got another one of these poor disastrous defenses that'll go on probably in the next part. That'll be, I think, my attempted defense of Tingis in Mauritania. That didn't go well either. Fortunately, this is all in the short term. Long term, it goes in my favour. But we don't want to get too much into spoiling territory, don't we?
Yes, because everyone hates spoilers.
So we'll try to keep that to a minimum.
Advance as at speed! For the people of Carthage!
You can already tell that they're thinking inside their heads, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yes.
Advance at speed!
You, how about you handle the narration from here on, Andrew? Fuck.
Curse you!
Bloody hell. Anyway, so, yes, why don't you try to take over this bit then, the narration? With your excellent verboseness. Well, Icarix,
What?
are you not listening to what I was saying?
What did you just say?
Yeah, and yeah, he's useless.
Yeah. Wait, what's my name again?
Yeah, as you can see, useless.
Oh, and it looks as though that
So,
they're on the way.
the cavalry are fighting my Qart-Hadasht and I'm moving my Ligurians to help relieve them. And my hoplites are fighting against the cavalry. And I'm moving more hoplites in to reinforce. Yeah,
And
I'm
it all
certainly doing
turned
my
out to be a
best.
fruitless endeavor in the end.
Well, again, the odds of me winning are probably not the greatest. So I was just trying to see kind of weaken them as much as I can. But we've got about 25 more minutes to go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, everybody.
Yes, because it is the most worthless show of resistance in the history of mankind.
Well, I suppose that's a bit much to say, isn't it now?
It's cynical but true.
Pretty sure there are even worse shows of resistance.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So, yes, some of the enemy are beginning to rouse or waver.
Quick march!
So yeah. My living spearmen are doing their best.
And yet it's still not enough.
Well, they're not exactly particularly good units, are they?
No, of course they aren't.
Quickly now!
So yeah, enemy cavalry are kind of losing a bit there because they're fighting my spears.
Sure, you're surrounded on all sides, like...
Not all sides. They're really just hitting my front. I'm moving into the to my left because it's open and vulnerable. So my slingers there firing.
Sure, from this angle, you wouldn't know that there's a massacre going on down there. You'd probably just think that, like, everyone's just laying up moves.
At this stage, it's not really a massacre. See, again, I'm putting a stiff resistance. You know?
I guess.
Just because, you know, the outcome is not likely to be great, doesn't mean it was some absolute walkover. You know?
I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'm trying to lower my cynicism, but I just can't do it.
There's a difference between cynicism and pessimism. I think you were talking more about pessimism.
Whatever, you get my vibe.
Maybe. Like, I try to, you're beginning to waver. Hoplites are doing their best.
Are they throwing javelins or leads?
The enemy?
Yeah.
Hard to say. I can't tell. I'm not sure. They might be having slingers among them. Slingers will be either firing stones or lead.
Sure, I thought lead was more powerful.
Yes, but I think not all of them would have had the lead stuff. I think really the higher end ones did.
Oh, okay.
It's my understanding anyways.
As you say.
Well, I'll give you that. We're opening up a decent fight. Oh, and they might actually have a chance. I mean, they seem to be putting up a decent resistance. Maybe their spirits will be lifted by the end.
Warriors, withdraw!
Oh, and even now, most of them appear to be still standing. We've got that at the very least. Their fighting spirits remain high, even in the face of utter annihilation.
So yeah, it's all madness.
Sure, madness is the way of the world.
Yes. How profound of you.
I know.
The Libyans are wavering. I'm moving another unit of Libyans in.
As you wish.
And my general's fighting, as in as are my Numidians.
Well, those guys seem to be retreating.
That looks nice.
Where's your elephants when you need them?
Yeah. Sadly, I don't seem to have them there. I think they were wiped out in my auto-resolves with this army prior to these battles. I never got the chance to rebuild, or rather I didn't expect this, so I didn't prioritise rebuilding the army.
Sure, when you're a general, you've got to account for every possibility.
You know, those I put down there.
Ooh, the defense is wavering. They can't hold out much longer.
I think they'll be holding off another little while. After all, we still have a while to go.
Forward! Warriors of Carthage!
Well, these guys on the other end seem to be holding up their own.
For now, anyways.
It's almost like they haven't moved.
I'm doing the best I can, clearly. But see, there's even more enemies coming in. I mean, they're attacking probably 3 full stacks, I would imagine.
I guess you could call them I guess you could call them their reinforcements.
Yeah. You see, there's a limit, I believe, of about 40... I think it's... How many units can be on a battle map? I don't remember. I think it's up to 41 units on each side.
Yeah?
Can be on a battle map at any one time. So they can bring out a lot, as can I, but in this case I'm limited to my garrison and the army inside the settlement, and they're attacking with, well, several armies, one of which is attacking by sea. So
Ooh, that's not good.
yeah, so they're able to kind of overwhelm me. And so you have to factor those odds that, like, I'm just about holding. Yeah, my hoplites are exhausted now.
After withstanding that many soldiers, I'm surprised they didn't give out much earlier.
Yeah. Good mercenary hoplites, Libyan hoplites, Sacred Band, Libyan Phoenician mercenary hoplites. You
And
know?
all of them giving it their all.
Yeah. Screenshot there.
David for prosperity.
Yep.
Use it to always remember this moment.
Another screenshot. Yeah, I no longer have Libyan hoplites anymore.
That's a shame.
Oh no, because they've become something better. Libyan Phoenician hoplites.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're now
What's
Libyan.
it about Libyan Phoenician hoplites?
The Libyan Phoenician hoplites are drawn from the Libyan Phoenician class, so they're kind of a hybrid of Libyans and Phoenicians, but they're better equipped basically and better skilled. So you see how the Libyans are like lightly equipped? They don't really have much body armor.
Yeah.
The Libyan Phoenicians will have like linothorax or chainmail armor or other kind of stuff like that.
So just slightly better equipped.
Yeah, they're
basically,
better equipped, I think, with better skill.
in regards to like defensive skill or fighting skill. Or
General, I think, all around better morale, possibly melee attack, defense, etc.
Oh, okay.
And in my thorax reforms, those Libyan Phoenician hoplites will become Libyan Phoenician thorax spears. Another screenshot there. And those guys will be quite something. They'll be clad in heavy armour, like chainmail or scale. They'll have big, kind of oblong shields, kind of like the Roman scutum. And be a little bit more manoeuvrable.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah, I've used them before, the thorax spears. Because I played as Carthage before in DEI. Yeah, so my chance back of holding off those guys was moving those spearmen in behind to hit them. There's an enemy general there. Yeah.
Not their bellies.
So yeah.
Mm,
pretty
it's not
okay
looking
enough,
good
so.
down there.
But yeah. I still have a while to go before I get to Carthage's thorax reforms.
How many more turns?
Where I'm at currently is around 80 odd turns in the campaign. I think their reform triggers around turn 140.
Oh, you still got a long way to go, man.
Yep, because you see, Carthage goes by the Greek reform system. So Thoreos and Thorax. But because they're not a Greek faction, they go by a slightly different version of it called the Greek Global Reforms. So it means they get a turn number rather than turn number at Imperium level. So they get Thoreos at 60 turns and Thorax at 140. The Thracians have the same reform system. So do the Illyrians, Armenia, the Galatians even, they get that. which is pretty unique for a Celtic faction. It kind of makes sense since they're surrounded by a load of Greeks. But yeah. So the enemy general there is, I think it's probably more like their admiral.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they're attacking with the sea force. So, that's because I don't think the Boatras, whatever they're called, is a general unit. I think they're an admiral unit. But yeah.
Oh, it's a right old massacre there. They held out as long as they could have.
Still have a bit to go.
Sure, the countdown to the end seems infinite at this point.
14 more minutes to go.
Your 14 minutes is probably the least on their minds right now. 14 minutes is probably like 14 million years for them
I can
to
imagine
die.
in the heat of the moment it's going to be quite intense. Yeah, so moving with Balearic Slingers to go behind the enemy. Maybe they'll shoot them from behind, weaken them further. And yeah. Yeah, my phalanx troops are still holding, just about. Moving in a sacred band. Yeah, the sacred band are pretty cool.
Yeah?
They're very elite. And even they get upgraded to thorax reforms. They get pretty heavy armor and big shields.
What kind of armor?
Chainmail, muscled cuirass. They already wear muscled cuirass, but they get chainmail. Some of them do.
Where does the chainmail come from?
Historically, chainmail comes from the Gauls. Celts.
No, but what kind of like chainmail are they wearing right now? Like,
At the moment, they're not wearing chainmail. The Sacred Band at this stage are wearing mostly muscled cuirass.
no, okay.
So basically like a breastplate, a chest plate, that's basically shaped like a muscled body. It's a Greek kind of armour. So they'll be wearing that at the moment. You can see that kind of orangey, brownish body armour he's wearing.
Yeah, I
That's
see
the
them.
muscled cuirass. I think the Latin name is Lorica musculata. The Greek hoplites are wearing it also. So yeah. And fighting on that front also. I've got some Skitari there fighting some of the enemy spears.
Turkish Qatari are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Skitari are pretty good. And that's the mercenary Skitari. The ones you can recruit at the mercenary barracks, called Iberiscutarii, are even better.
Would have been handy to have right now.
Yes, but unfortunately I've yet to get those barracks fully built up. They are
No,
being built up, but I just don't have them yet.
I want to get to work on that.
Well, again, I just need a few more turns and then they are fully built.
No, that makes sense.
Because those barracks give me the Skitari, Gaisatai, Balearic Slingers, and Carissi, which is kind of an Iberian cav unit. And the Gaisatai are pretty cool to use. They're naked Gallic spearmen, or spear throwers, you could say. So they've got like no armor, but really good fighting stats and really high morale. And they get to throw a few javelins.
Well, that's a good trade-off.
Yeah. So they've been pretty good to use. Now, with my final Merc barracks, I've been able to get a unit called the Adgenio Slankia, which are basically elite Gaulish spearmen with heavy body armor, which is chainmail armor. Because if a Gaul is well armoured, it's going to be chainmail. It is their invention. Yeah, so our hoplites are kind of beginning to thin out a bit. See loads of the bodies.
They're dropping like mayflies.
Yeah, you see, I suppose a lot of the casualties are probably coming from their range troops shooting at them. As you can see, those guys at the back are being hit by like sling bullets.
Yeah,
maybe even javelins and shit. So they're taking pretty heavy casualties from just the ranged fire.
Well, your numbers are decreasing.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm doing what I can, but it's only so much I can do when you're overwhelmingly outnumbered. Those are my Libby Phoenician mercenary hoplites. So those guys are wearing chainmail.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's pretty solid armor. Get another screenshot there. Usually I kind of try to avoid screenshots during replays, but I still do it sometimes. As you can
You're
clearly
gonna
see.
get those beginning and end cards somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. Because sometimes when you're actually fighting the battles, you're just so bogged down and trying to micromanage everything that you just don't get a chance to really watch the fighting happen and take nice screenshots. Like sometimes you do, but not always. That Ligurian guy got killed there. Yeah, those guys are starting to rout, waver.
Well, more bodies are dropping by the seconds.
Yeah. Still quite a bit more to go.
When will the madness end?
Indeed. I think I'm moving my Balearic Slingers to charge because they've run out of ammunition. Yeah, 6 melee attack, 6 defense is not very good stats. Yeah, 1 armor piercing, 19 weapon damage, those are not very good stats. But it's better than nothing, I suppose. So I'm kind of hoping that just having them charging on exhausted enemies from behind might kind of potentially make them waver and break. That's kind of what you're hoping for. Because if you can get a mass rout, that could work in your favour.
Yeah.
Of course, doesn't really work out here, but you hope. One can only hope. Yeah, as you see, some of them are starting to waver a little bit. You just hope that those guys that waver might begin to break. You can just get that chance.
And some of them seem to be breaking off.
Certainly some of them are wavering, and you kind of hope that you can get a mass rout. That would really work well.
Well, hopefully.
See, a lot of them are wavering now.
A good bit are wavering now.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, you hope that if they waver enough they'll break, but sometimes they don't. They'll just waver and get and recover. That's what makes it kind of annoying. You know?
Sure, they have the upper hands.
Yeah, they do. They even see the balance bars in their favour still. They have the numbers, and that's the thing. So yeah, it's certainly a slog.
That's the nature of a slow death. It can be a slog, but it can also be quite nightmarish.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm just hanging on by a thread. I think my Balearic Slingers are just routed. Yeah, Baleares Funditores.
The thread is getting lighter by the second.
Got my Libyan spearmen fighting. My Libyan gentlemen are attacking the enemy ranged troops. But then they're moving in unit of spears. Fresh spears, so yeah, they'll be able to defeat those guys handily enough. Yeah. I think it's battles like these where you go, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been using slower battles. Yeah.
Sure, what can you do?
Use default DEI battles. Which is what I do now.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes I do also miss having the longer battles. Another screenshot there. Yeah, the Libby Phoenician hoplites.
Well, it's nearly over now.
Yeah, about 4 minutes to go. Yeah, even those guys are starting to break. On the back.
Morale is decreasing, their bravery wavering.
Yep.
The end is near and yet so very far away.
Indeed. Such a
Sweet release of death has yet to claim these poor souls.
You're such a poet.
I love being a poet. Poets are the next great sonnets.
Maybe you should read some epic poetry.
I don't know where to start.
Read the Iliad by Homer.
I saw the movie, I don't have to.
Troy is not really that much of an adaptation of the Iliad.
I know, I'm just joking.
Considering the Iliad takes place well into the Trojan War. And over like a span of a few days. So it's not really about the Trojan War.
Whatever.
It's about Achilles' anger. Like I have a copy of the Iliad. I can lend it to you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You can start with the Iliad, then you can read the Odyssey also by Homer. Maybe you want something short, you could start with the Epic of Gilgamesh. That's shorter, it's like 11, 12 tablets. Whereas the Iliad and Odyssey are each like 24 books. And I don't mean actual like modern day books. It's more like chapters.
No, I know. But thanks anyway.
I'm sure you can find those things free online anyway, so. Yeah, so. Nearly getting there.
Well, they're dead.
Yeah, maybe units just routed there. Maybe javelin then. See, they're moving troops behind me now.
Oh, now you're royally screwed.
Yep. This is where it really begins to go away. The Ligurians held on for a while.
And yet it was all for naught.
And then my Greek hoplites are beginning to waver. You know, it's almost like Thermopylae.
My
Maybe
god,
not.
we have to revisit the Thermopylae again.
Yeah, so they come in. And yeah. Now we're getting mass wavering. We'll get a mass rout soon.
My
But
god,
yeah.
the humanity.
The humanity indeed. And so we shall have to part on this dour note. Hope you enjoyed watching this.
My name is Icarix,
I'm Kunagusus.
and we will see you next time.
Yes, we'll see you next time. Hope you like, comment, subscribe even.